I better see UCC as bottoms play more Taric after I make my video on him. Do I have any Taric mains in my chat? Raise your hand if you play Taric.
What?
I still need help Joe with my fans. Please help me set up my fan and SSD.
Hey girlies, welcome back to my channel. So this video is going to be about Taric. Now I've been really getting into Taric recently. I don't really know what happened or why, but recently I just for some reason wanted to revive a dead champion, or just wanted to play a champion that was not seen that much, which was Taric. So this build, which you can see in the title, is going to be about Shirley's Taric. Now, I'm sure there is probably some Taric out there that has done this already, or a few Taric people, but let's be real, Shirley's Taric is not really something that's commonly used. A lot of people probably go the traditional like tank route. So with my Taric build, this is actually going to be an Enchantress Taric build, where you just want to build Shirley's and, you know, like redemption and all that stuff that makes you like an Enchantress. So I wanted to also go over what makes this build good, or at least why I'm going this build. And before I do that, I have to go through like the pros and cons of Taric in general. So I just wrote down a list of things that usually Taric players would come across, problems or things that they would find about the champion. So let's start off with the pros. So the pros of Taric is that he scales extremely well. Because he is a Enchantress hybrid, well, he's a tank and an Enchantress together, he will naturally scale. All Enchantresses scale, Lulu, Janna, all that stuff, they all do well in the late game because a lot of their healing and shielding, buffing, all that stuff is to help their teammates. And so if their team gets stronger late game and you're helping your team, you're naturally going to just do better late game. So because Taric has his heals and his utility and all, he scales pretty well. He works insanely well with tanks and bruisers because of his E and W. So if anyone doesn't know, his W is a shield onto a target, and it heals a percentage based on their maximum HP. So it's 8 to 12, I believe, or 8 to 13, whatever. So at level 1, you can shield someone for 8% of their max HP. So naturally, the more HP they have, the more you shield them, which is generally tanks and bruisers. And then you can stun through them, which is your E. So you can do a long range stun if your tanks and bruisers jump in. Usually, Taric is good against AD comps traditionally. I say traditionally as in the tank builds that Taric normally goes. They're good against, Taric is usually good against slow comps and bros because of his passive. If anyone doesn't know, his passive is if you use an ability, you proc your passive. And so you auto attack faster, and then your first 2 auto attacks will reduce the cooldown of your abilities. So you can just like use a ability, bop bop bop, or bop bop, use another ability, bop bop, use another ability, bop bop. So he's pretty good into slow comps because you then get to proc those passive auto attacks. He is usually good against enemy bruisers and tanks for that same reason. So slower, brawly tank fights, you're able to get your passive off, and this does include tank support in the bot lane, like versing Alice and Leona, the Nautilus or whatever. You can just get your passive off. And he's pretty good against wombo combo teams. So if you're versing like an Ornn that's setting up an ultimate, and then like an Orianna or whatever, his ultimate obviously gives invulnerability for your whole entire team for 2.5 seconds after a 2.5 second delay. So if you can time it really well, or if you land it really well, he's pretty good into wombo combo team comps. Now let's get into the cons. And this is the more important part. He is very, very useless early game. He doesn't really provide all that much pressure. It's not like a Leona or like a Nautilus or whatever where you stun and you can catch people, because his stun is pretty hard to land. It's pretty short range. He is extremely kiteable. So again, because it's short range, if you're versing like a poke comp, like you're gonna have to hope that your team can jump onto the enemy team for you. And for that reason, he's usually kind of countered by mages. Mages are usually on the more pokey side, and because they're also bursty, mages are burst, you can kind of get past the Taric ult or kill people before the Taric ult. He's also quite reliant on his team. I have found that out of all the supports that I have ever played, I think Taric is probably one of the most reliant on his team, because it's not like other tank support that's aggressive like Leona or Nautilus or whatever. Like, you just hook someone and you make the plays for yourself, you get this crowd control, you stun people. With Taric, you kind of stand back because he's like more of an enchantress, like hybrid. You kind of just stand back and wait for your team to like do it, because you're not gonna be able to land the stuns on your own, right? Like, unless you're flashing in. But his stun again is pretty short range, so you can't really jump in. You kind of stand back, and he's different from like Lilies and Giannis and all, because he doesn't have the same type of like standing back shielding capabilities as like Lulu or whatever, or nor can he poke as well as like Jan or Karma or whatever. So I have found that honestly, you kind of sit back and do nothing with Taric for the most part. So I don't really have much agency in the game. Again, you can't really engage properly unless you have your team and bruisers to jump in for you. And he's very, very telegraphed. And so that means people can dodge your abilities because they see these skills beforehand. So his stun, people can see the stun and then they can like flash out or jump out or whatever accordingly. And obviously his ultimate is quite a long delay, in which people can try to outplay that, where they either retreat or they try to burst you down before that 2.5 seconds. So the more higher up you get as Taric and you verse better players, these better players obviously know how to dash away, they know how to flash away from your ultimate and all that stuff. So he gets increasingly harder as you climb up the ranks. And something that's quite surprising about Taric is that he's actually not as tanky as the other supports. Like, you don't really stand in front of the enemy team as much. One, you can't even stay in front of them, because it's not like a Leona or Nautilus where you can become quite sticky and like dash onto an enemy team. Taric kind of just runs around, and again, he gets kited easily. And because he has Enchantress type of abilities, he actually doesn't get all that much tankiness. Now, of course, if you're building lots of armor and you're versing a full 80 team comp, then of course you're going to be quite tanky as Taric, because he does counter 80 comp with his W. If anyone doesn't know, his W, the more armor you build, the more armor you get out of your W. But that's only a very specific scenario in which you're versing all 80 comps. If they have a bit of magic damage people, you're not really going to be that tanky, because Leona, you can press W on Leona and you get 40 armor plus 8 damage per hit damage reduction. With Alistair, you press R and you get 50% damage reduction, up to 70 I think at level 3 or something. What does Taric really have? He just has like a bit of healing and a bit of shielding. It's not really that amazing, to be quite honest. He's not like insanely tanky. So I have found that unless you're like getting insanely fed and you're snowballing, you're probably not going to be like standing in front of the enemy team and just like tanking for like 10 years, right? So those are like the problems that I found with Taric. And so I wanted to make a different build that alleviated some of the weaknesses whilst also focusing on his strengths. So whenever I make builds, like for my Karma build, my Soraka build and all, what I think about is, what is the champion good at and what are they bad at? And how do I fix some of the problems whilst also honing in on some of their strengths? Because of course you can just build Taric traditionally, like, oh, he's like a tank support, so let me just build him normally as tank, like Locket and Zeke's and all that. But I just find that, well, Taric is obviously not a character that's picked a lot. He's pretty bad. So it's like, if you're just gonna build him like the normal standard way, then you're just gonna be like a bottom tier support at best. Like, what's the difference between like building Taric normally versus building Leona normally? Like, Leona would just be a better support, right? And so people that play more Leona are probably gonna do better than people that play Taric, unless you're in like those specific, you know, matchups. So I'm talking about like in general, like if you play like 100 matches, like one tricking a character, right? Like, generally, the characters that are kind of lacking, like bottom tier, I just feel like building them traditionally as how they are just obviously isn't working. That's why they're in bottom tier. So I want to like think outside the box. And so I thought about how about I play Taric Enchantress, because with Shurelias, you can shield and heal and speed boost people. I find that with Taric in team fights, I am quite useless. Like once I use all my abilities, I get easily kited. Like I'm constantly trying to chase after the enemy team. And if I can't reach the enemy team, then I'm just kind of running around doing nothing. And I find that there's a lot of dead times with Taric. With Shurelias, I find that even if I'm standing back, I can still help my team with the speed boost and also like let them escape. Because if your team is kind of like in trouble, the only thing you can really do is like give them a stun, a bit of healing and shooting, and if you want to spend your ultimate on them, you do that. But your ultimate is such a long cooldown that like I really don't like wasting it. So a lot of times you kind of just have to sacrifice people, or there's really not much you can do for them. But with Shurelias, you can help people even if it's just like one person getting caught or whatever. With the other legendary items, I usually like to get Redemption and Crucible. Sometimes I get Chemtech Putrefy if I need the anti-healing. I tend to stay away from Ardent Sense and stuff of Flowing Water because then I'm too squishy. Like you still want to be a slightly tanky. You're not going to be a tank where you're like standing in front of a team, an enemy team, and even then, like I said, even if you were to build like traditional Zeeks and all, I don't think you can that tanky ever on Taric. So I just feel like there's no point ever to like go that tanky. You're never really gonna stand in front of the enemy team. So with this Shurelias build, it doesn't eliminate all the problems, nor does it focus on all the pros of Taric. So Taric gets kited easily. With Shurelias, the speed boost will help you get in there and stun, or really should I say it helps your teammates get in and stun for you, like speed boosting like your bruiser or your tank to get in there for you. The speed boost can kind of help with like your stun. I didn't really initially plan that, but when I played Taric with the speed boost, it actually did help me land my stun a little bit in some scenarios, because you know you have to kind of move with your stun. It doesn't make you tanky, obviously it makes you more squishier than normal, but because you're kind of standing back, you don't really have to tank anything, and the speed boost lets you kind of run away from the damage. If you're not taking damage in the first place with your speed boost, then there's not much to tank. Kind of the same theory I had with my Soraka movement speed. You don't have to build tanky if you're not taking damage in the first place, right? This build doesn't really help with AD comps as much as the traditional build. Like obviously Taric can build lots of armor to counter AD comps, but because you're building Enchantress, you're not going to be countering AD comps. But like, I mean, rarely ever do you verse like 4 to 5 people that are AD anyways, so I feel like these are like very hyper-specific scenarios. This build and this way of playing does make your early game kind of a hope to God that you do well. You won't be able to still do anything in laning phase, and it might be worse, I don't know. Well, actually, I don't think it's really that worse early game, because you're not really... like your build doesn't really deviate from like the normal build that much. It's more of like a playstyle, if anything. So by the way, with the playstyle of Taric, I almost never stun in lane. I always just stand back, press W and Q when I need to. So you just shield whenever your ADC takes damage, and if you ever need some healing, when the enemy minions come to your turret, you can just Q auto, or Q auto, depending if you have 2 points in your Q. And then heal your team or heal your AD carry, and just like play as passive as possible. I only really ever go for stun if it's like a free kill, or if the enemy team is jumping onto my team, like a Leona jumping onto my ADC. But I almost never use my E to try fight, because again, people can just like dodge your E so easily. I also want to add that with this Taric build, this is not like a, oh, I'm gonna get Challenger, this is like the best build, I'm gonna carry all my games, right? I do think that at the end of the day, Taric is Taric, and he is kind of on the bottom tier of support. Taric is a really hard champion to one-trick because he doesn't really fit in many scenarios, and he can be countered quite easily. Obviously, if you have like some like Master Yi Taric combo and you're like dueling, like he is probably really good. But for the most part, if you're just solo queuing and you're like playing Taric in all scenarios, you'll find that you'll have some very hard matchups. and some team comps that just don't work with Taric. So if you don't have like bruises on your team or tanks that can follow up on you, and you have like that can initiate for you, you'll find that you'll be quite useless and you won't be able to land your stun because your stun is really a follow-up stun rather than an initiation stun. So I just wanted to make this clear that this is not like a, oh my god, Luminum's doing Taric and I want to play Taric and I'm gonna get Challenger, because Taric is a very difficult champion to climb with. I didn't initially plan for this either, but after playing some Taric, well, at least playing Enchantress Taric, I actually realized that he kind of feels similar to Orianna Support. So I know a lot of you girlies want to play Orianna Support or like playing Orianna Support because you like to show people from afar, give people like the stats, and then just press R for like the big initiation stun. And Taric actually surprisingly feels similar because your stun is your shield is extremely long range if you have it already pre-attached to someone, and then obviously you can like stun through them. So it kind of feels like an Orianna ultimate, right? Obviously not as strong, but like it still feels like you're kind of letting a team do the work and you're just like standing back and helping them as much as possible. You give speed boost to Shirley's, which is kind of comparable to like Orianna's W. You give a shield, you stun, like CC the same as Orianna's ult. So it kind of feels similar, and you also give static armor. Not a lot of armor, but you know, it's still something. So it feels kind of similar to Orianna, honestly. In terms of how it compares, I am not too sure just yet. But I do like the ultimate that Taric gives. It gives it more like the utility aspect and Enchantressy feel, which can be good against some team comps. He also does feel like Yuumi in a sense. Like Yuumi obviously attaches to people and helps bruises and tanks quite well with her healing and just CCs through them. And so I think honestly Taric feels like a Orianna Yuumi type of champion if you go to Enchantress route. And he's not really tanky, but I think it's like a more fun way of playing him, to be quite honest, like an Enchantress type of playstyle. For the runes, I like to go the Guardian and kind of standard on the primary tree. But for the secondary tree, I like to go Ultimate Hunter because I find that Taric's ult is very, very long, or has a very long cooldown. It's like 3 minutes at the start. So I just can't with like having such a long cooldown. So I like to like lower it with Ultimate Hunter, and it actually helps quite a lot. Having Ultimate Hunter lets me be able to like freely use my ultimate without having to think about like, oh, should I waste my ultimate here? I don't know if I'll get a lot of value. If I waste it now, then what about like future fights? Because quite often times that does happen where you use your ultimate on someone and you're like, okay, great, you saved them, but then next fight, then you know, someone gets caught or something happens and you're just like, oh, I don't have ultimate anymore because I used it before. So I quite like Ultimate Hunter to save up on the time for that reason. Hello, just adding in because I forgot to say it before. So about the runes, I know a lot of Taric players like to get Presence of Mind, but I actually don't think Presence of Mind does a lot. So Presence of Mind is only really useful mid to late game because when you get a takedown, you get 15% of your missing mana or maximum mana. But what you really want is the mana for early game. But Presence of Mind doesn't help with that. If you use Presence of Mind and you look at the numbers, you'll find that Presence of Mind only gives you like 70 mana for like the whole of laning phase, unless you're getting takedowns and all. But if you're killing someone in lane, you probably were going to recall anyway, so your Presence of Mind wasn't going to be useful regardless. With Taric, he actually has so much inbuilt mana regen as he scales into the game. And if you're building Enchantress items, like 50% extra mana regen, 100% extra mana regen, like from Redemption and all that, that will help with your inbuilt mana. So Taric's, if you look up the Wikipedia, Taric's mana regen is like 8 to 22. So 8 when he's level 1, and at level 18 it's like 22. That's actually more than Janna. Janna's mana regen starts off at like 11, but she goes around to like 19 at level 18. So Taric actually has more mana regen than Janna after a certain amount of like levels. So once you're into mid and late game, you're totally fine. And when you get Enchantress items, the mana regen actually works with your base stats. So Taric has lots of mana regen. The mana items work off that, so you don't really need Presence of Mind, I find. Obviously, if you're like spamming a lot of your Qs and all that, you will run out of mana, but like I said, like if you're spamming that much, you probably already either won the fight or lost the fight, and you're just gonna recall anyway. So it doesn't really matter if you hit to 0, you're just gonna recall. So if anyone's wondering, what about like mana? What about Presence of Mind? You don't really need Presence of Mind on Taric, and that goes like this theory goes with like all the other champions, like Presence of Mind on other supports. Like it doesn't really help you all that much in laning phase. So Morgana. I forgot to add. This is very important. I like to get 2 points into Q for the reason that when you use your passive and you auto, you get 1 free Q. Sorry, your cooldown on your Q gets refreshed per auto attack. So your passive auto attacks twice, which means 2 stacks of your Q. If you have 1 point in Q, you won't be able to maximize that or make use of that passive because you're only going to get 1 stack. So I like to get 2 points into Q at level 4. So Q, bop bop, Q bop bop, Q bop bop, and that will give you 2 stacks each time. And that way, your mana for your healing is better because it's like 60 mana for like a Q, I believe, or something like that. So if you Q'd for 1 stack, which is 40 health, 60 mana for 40 HP is not that amazing. But if you had level 2, you'd get 80 healing for 60 or 70 mana. I think it's 60. So you know, it's actually much more better in terms of like your healing and your mana to like get at least 2 points in GQ. Having more than 2 is actually not that useful. Like 1 is bad, having 3, 4, 5 is not that useful because you only get more healing on the stacks, but you're only really ever going to have 2 stacks ever. So having level 2 on your Q is the way to go. Yeah, I think that's all I wanted to talk about with Taric. Again, I just wanted to make it very clear with Taric, in laning phase, you don't really want to fight, you just want to scale, you want to sit back, you are an Enchantress. If you're versing an enemy tank support, you will always outscale them no matter what. If they engage onto you, obviously you try to help your ADC with like, you know, stuns and heals and whatever you can do. But in the early game, you kind of want to just scale and do nothing. And if you're versing like mages and enchantresses, like there's no way you're ever gonna be able to like get them unless they're like being silly and like, you know, standing in front of you. There's no way you're gonna land a stun on them. So just scale. With this enchantress build, you can scale. You'll be fine. Mid game and late game is when you shine the most. You don't have to do anything. Like an Orianna support, you really don't have to do anything. You will scale. And help out your team with your engages and healing and shielding. You wanna usually focus on like the bruisers because the bruisers are the ones that will help you initiate for you, and you can follow up stun, and your W is more valuable on them because it's a percentage shielding. And yeah, you want to stay safe. You don't really want to do the engages. You want to kind of stand back. You're quite squishy with this build, but you will still be quite useful because you're going Enchantress. And yeah, that's kind of like the playstyle of this Taric. It's pretty straightforward, kind of easy, laid back. So maybe you guys might like this build. I'm gonna brand it as like, this is Orianna Support, but make it a male versions Orianna Support. So I know some of you girls quite like Orianna Support, so maybe this is something you might want to consider. Again, this is not a build that's going to get you the challenger because at the end of the day, Taric is Taric and he takes a lot of practice. His ultimate, I would say, is probably one of the hardest ultimates to use efficiently. There are a lot of times where you kind of will flop your ultimate. So he does take a lot of practice. I recommend practicing it in normals, not in ranked. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the build, and maybe you can try it out and see if you find it fun. Enjoy the video.
Let's fuck this CC as Sona Beach up. And let's fuck Enchanctress Katarina up. Honestly, Katarina counters Taric, so this will be very hard like Malphite. Hi Gay Foundation.
Hi, Gay Foundation. Hi, Gay Foundation. Let us win this game. But we have a challenger, ADC. I'm like,
Human life is
I'm so
sweet,
nervous now.
a mountain's life less so. But stars are eternal.
Oh, how are we going over this? Oh. Let's win this gay foundation.
Sometimes
I don't know who this Bavis guy is. Or is it Babis, like Navis? Maybe it's like Babis. You're my Navis? Yeah, I wish Enchanctress wasn't our side. Taric would have been so good. Taric is good with Katarina, I'm not
My
against
navies
Katarina.
will love you.
Thank you. Maybe you can shoutcast for us with the with the bot. Sona scales as well, unfortunate, but nothing we can do about it.
The protector speaks through me.
Nothing I can do, just let them push. Thank you for the sister, baby Pixar.
15 period.
Thank you.
The mountain's mysteries
I don't know if I
are
got the
known.
XP, but that's okay. I'll get my Q. I won't bother with E. We need to stand. It's a bit tragic, she's getting all the stacks, but it's whatever, I can't do much. I'm tired.
The stars freed me from myself. Never submit.
Let's just stop taking so much damage. Okay, I heal up now.
The stars keep the darkness at bay.
Wait. What?
These gems aren't just for show.
Can I have E, bitch? Now I have E.
First blood.
Easy on the eyes? Don't I know it?
It's better for me to heal when I am.
Always forward.
Nice win wall.
Smooth. Memories are my worst.
Oh. I guess he had it, I didn't either. My bad. I wasn't looking at the mini-map because I was like too focused on the fight to know exactly how far he was or how close he was, but I didn't need to take those kills. But it's honestly not too bad
Yes,
on
we
me.
fuck the ugly ass bot lane.
Love that! Love this bot. This bot is so fun. I'm gonna get Battle Glass for
Shows me my path.
mana regen.
You are so throat goated.
Thank you so much. I am the legendary throat goat of the West.
That's a face I'll never.
Legendary throat goat of the West of Melbourne. Oh, what the? Not the tower die. Oh wow. What the shit? I've never really seen something like that. Where like someone just like TPs onto like
They
tower
don't
dies.
call it Journey to the West for nothing.
Exactly. Oh, that flash.
The mountain's
I can't really get these stats.
for each
Okay, I'm level 4, which means my healing is much more stronger now.
fight on.
Just wait.
is a rare
I'll heal you,
beauty.
don't worry.
A little something from Targa. We must serve life.
See, we're already full HP. I do lose it on mana, but it doesn't really matter.
So is
Okay, Zed's coming down.
Jellyfish Mute Beach getting so brave for no reason.
Nice win wall.
Enemy double kill.
Nice try.
for the chosen of Targa.
Oh, nice try. I believe in Gay Foundation. I believe in here. Period! Gay Foundation! Such a throat
That
guy!
Camila wind wall was so throat goated.
Oh, I should have went mid lane, my bad. She did that. She's so talented.
I am no
I shall
longer
go
the
middle
man
with my
I
Samira.
once was.
Then we can probably make our way down. It's... Hello. Talent's coming. Oh, no, it's not.
Can we get some Gay Foundation supremacy in chat?
Nice.
Jesus Christ, my pussy is throbbing.
Oh. Is that Tsunami? Yeah, Tsunami watches the Aussie boys.
Worth fighting for, but beauty is worth dying for.
Hi, Tsunami.
Hello
Hi.
Saltine Cracker.
My bag is absolutely ravished.
I'll take it.
Double kill.
Orianna Taric.
What's a Dari
I am so afraid of you.
Never done.
Em yêu em Lumi,
Love
đi qua choi
is
oi.
simply beauty crystallized.
I need my level 6. Oh. Oh, not. Oh. Oh, oh, oh. Nice try.
An enemy has been slain.
I'm like a Gay Foundation with the ultimate again. So talented.
Oh, 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 oh.
The best weapons are beautiful. To truly see the stars, I climbed.
I was thinking of flashing, but...
Look
I am pretty light. They'll have the Sona art. Not like much I can
never
do.
helped win a fight, but it never hurt.
Kinda wanna go back. If I get 100 more gold.
Stars were the question. I was the answer.
Okay. We don't have Shirelias. Just yet. Hi, Father of Kaiser. I guess I'll just get boots.
Challenges await.
Yeah, pink one.
One can always use extra clarity. Demacia was my home.
Hang on, Smurf? Yes, this is my master's account. My master's Smurf. It's like 80 points. Are you still here, Cinnamon? No, no. Are they all playing Overwatch? I should have waited in base more. I'm kind of low in mana. I guess I'll regenerate. It's okay.
I think
Oh, no.
so.
My ult's in 15? W to Z if you go down. I'll just stay at my W for now. Actually, I'm oh. Nice. I'm gonna work so well with Malphite. Malphite engage and then I get my thing off. Let's walk together and not face check this talent. Period. You better get him. Oh wait, he didn't die?
Oblivion, you ugly roach.
Oh my god, he didn't die.
True gems sparkle even in the absence.
Has been destroyed.
Nice try, Incosi. Oh. You really thought that. That E, I was like, I stun him, or if he dashes, I stun 3 to deluxe. Oh, I got a present.
Incursio thought he ate.
Right.
Human life
Uh-oh.
is fleeting. A
Stopwatch.
mountain's life less so. But stars are eternal.
I believe in K Foundation.
Urmad Oblivion.
Turret plating will fall soon.
Sometimes life
I got my show ready, yes. I'm ready to fight. I'm getting very Indian rather than Tagalog.
Caduceus smells
my
of
heart
caca.
is filled with starlight. I give it freely to all.
Let me just put a ward there.
The protector speaks through me. The mountain's mysteries are known.
Oh. Oh shit, I didn't do it in time.
Hark says, well, I need.
An ally has been slain.
That's okay, I guess. I should have ulted sooner. That was such a late ult by me. I had a brain fart. I don't know what item I'm gonna get. It might be anti-heal.
No, I didn't see stars.
Don't know if she's gonna share this with me, it's saying. Oh, he's going. Okay. I need an anti-kill for Talon. Or Drinker.
Has been destroyed.
What's your main champion? Janna and Thresh. You can scroll down below, you'll see screenshots of my accounts. Yeah, we're probably not gonna kill him.
Yas Queen Skinny Legend Versace boots the house down. Slay Queen Hunting Mama and Oop Daddy work.
Thank you for the Sister J here, thank you.
Don't I?
Love you icon less than 3.
Thank you for the sister sub.
Oh shit. Oh no.
An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain.
Work is never done. The mountain showed me my path.
A surrender. We got good CC.
The mountain reveals the harshest truths in our souls.
Never surrender XX.
Yes. Exactly, Gay Foundation. Gay Foundation is our win, Quan.
The mountain's question is unique for each of us. Each life
You telling Gay Foundation.
Enemy double kill.
just as the mountain
Don't
is
worry.
eternal, so
We got this.
Gay Foundation supremacy.
rest easy. may be
I can
worth
envision a 5-man Malphite ult into a 5-man
it.
Lux combo into 5-man Samira ult. Let's go. Oh. I need my words.
Yas Wombo combo the house down boots mo maslay.
Challenges await. I am no longer the man I once was.
Can you kill that? Nice.
Truth is worth fighting for. Beauty is worth dying. This crystal will never crack.
My ults are pretty okay cooldown, so it's fine. It's 20 seconds away from the dragon.
I have seen the light too clearly to ever fear the darkness.
Let us get some vision.
Love is simply beauty crystallized. We're all headed toward the same inevitable end. No need to rush.
Oh! Wow, Gay Foundation! Gotta fucking work!
The best weapons are
Your turret has been destroyed.
Everyone say Gay Foundation supremacy.
Yes, Gay Foundation! Enchantress Taric, let's go. Let me stay with my team and get this dragon. Gay Foundation supremacy.
Giving Ningguang cosplay slave.
Thank you.
Let's climb that mountain, shall we? Elegance never helped win a fight, but it never hurt. The stars were the question. I was the answer.
Oh,
A little something from Targa.
oh shit.
Demacia was my home. The stars are my destiny.
Oh,
Crack their resolve.
nice. I'll just sacrifice my life. Oh no.
An ally has been slain.
Oh no. Oh, he didn't Malphite out. I think Malphite out should have happened here on the Katarina.
Failure has always been my greatest mentor.
Mommy Gay Foundation. I am coming.
Why is it always the other?
Ally has been slain.
Oh,
Shut down. An ally has been slain.
oh!
Shut down.
Wow.
Looks like a mountain fell.
Oh my god, this guy complains way too bloody much.
Gems sparkle even in the absence.
Oh my sword.
Your turret has been destroyed.
We see beauty.
Let's
in
go.
others, and they see beauty in us.
Period Gay Foundation.
An aspect's work is never done. Human life is fleeting. A
I
mountain's
don't.
life less so. Stars. Stars are
Jokes always go over my head. I still don't get it.
sometimes life is worth dying for.
Haha Inkershaw Comedian of the Year.
I know that's right.
Never submit. My heart is filled with starlight. I give it freely to all.
I know that's right.
Coming.
Always forward. The heavens strike swift.
Okay. No, I love you.
The protector speaks through me.
Oh,
Yes, Flasher.
wow!
Mountain's mystery.
Gay Foundation Supremacy. Wow!
Eat the
Run fast.
jellyfish up.
Yes! Run faster!
The stars freed me from myself.
Bitch, she's fucking eating. This is the luck your bitches wish you could relate to.
Easy on the eyes. No time.
Summoner's Rift is a catering service for buffets. Call now.
It's like yo, yeah. Oh.
The mountain showed me my path.
No, I really like this Enchantress Taric. Like, I've been able to just stand back and do nothing. But I'm actually doing something. I joke when I say I'm not doing anything. Like, I'm actually quite useful with my WQs and stuns, and then my ultimate, like having the utility from items lets my kit be more useful than normal. If I was tank Taric, like what am I gonna be tanking? Nothing. And if I went tank Taric, then my abilities would be useless. Like, I get like what?
You are doing
Zeke
so much
convergence.
work.
Thank you so much. Like the Shred is helping a lot.
The mountain's question is unique.
Bitch! Bitch! Wow! A lot to see. I'm coming.
Gay Foundation Supremacy.
That was Malphite as well. What? Did it too early?
Just as the mountain returned, so
Oh. I was in alpha. Oh shit, we three. When I say we, I meant the Zed.
You have been slain.
At least in flash. I don't know if she can hold that.
Zed Flop Ninja Beach couldn't do shit.
Your turret has been destroyed.
If only he just waited.
Your inhibitor has been destroyed.
Looks like she held it. What?
I may be merciful. Hard.
Ally has been slain.
Master off. GG. Oh no. That was well played.
Defeat.
You did not deserve to lose that. You played so well, Leomi.
Oh, thank you. I think we did well. But Gay Foundation really destroyed. Gay Foundation, are you in chat? Are you here in chat? Could you A, Miss Foundation?
Next game in Kershaw, I will fuck you up.
Next game in Cursia, I will fuck you up.
Fuck Celine and his bitch ass revive. Move speed is so annoying and he can't shove his bombs up his ass.
Yas Queen skinny legend
So
massage boots the
sexy
house down. Slay
and
queen
that
hunting woman
I
and
love
oop daddy
you,
one Charlie
Julie.
and snatch my whip.
OMG, their team comp looks so disgusting.
What in the mage bot lane is going on?
Hi Vince XOXO mahal
The
guitar
best
slay.
weapons
Minions
are
have spawned.
True gems sparkle even in the absence of light.
This time we have Zig, so we won't be so short range and we can actually farm up properly.
Life is a rare
I guess Taric doesn't really work so well with like people like Samira, who's like so mid-range and she can't farm up properly. Cause I need to scale and like just farm. Ah,
I have seen the light too clearly to ever fear the darkness.
I do feel a bit bad for my ADCs because it's like this is like such a useless champion, but I mean, just dodge forehead. Like just don't take damage long.
Love is simply beauty crystallized.
Ah,
This bot lane, one is dead, the other is approaching death.
if he healed or maybe. Oh, that's all my everything.
Life is worth dying for.
I guess I'll get my heal for next. That's my everything.
Challenges await. Demacia was
There
my
he is.
home, but the
This-
stars
This
my destination.
text to speech is from Discord.
First blood.
Can we get some other accents in here? What are the fun accents?
Ni hao Lumi wo ai ni.
Oh, thank you.
The stars were the question. I was the answer.
An ally has been
Oh,
slain.
I bet he's gonna complain again. This Scott Morrison guy. Oh no.
My heart is
That's actually not worth because Kathis is.
SAO アイスザベストアニメオブオールタイム。
Oh, thank you. Kathis,
Incursio 我愛你。
Kathis wants to make trades because he scales well, so it's not worth it for him. Nice dodge. Oh. Nice. Oh no. Nice.
easy on the eyes. No time.
Incurious 你愿意嫁给我吗？
We'll be going back, so I didn't need to hit that
Ally has
much.
been slain.
Elegance never helped win a fight, but it never hurt.
Heart flop
They know, they saw. I probably could have went back there.
See the stars. I climb.
Because I'm kind of half HP, half mana now.
Courtesy spell me Gucci.
I have to stand really back, otherwise I get slowed and like double stunned and all. These Zillion bombs are really pretty.
I am no longer.
Ally has been slain.
Okay. Level 4 is my
Down.
big healing.
We're all headed toward the same inevitable end. No need to rush.
An enemy has been slain.
Yeah, the laning phase is very, very tough for Taric, but this has nothing to do with my build. This is just Taric in general. No matter what you build, you're gonna find yourself having trouble. Nice. They walked into me, thankfully. Meow, meow, meow. I.
Just as the mountain is eternal, so is hope.
He's raising a fucker, I can't do much about it. As a Taric, there is nothing for me to do about that. I hate Zillion. I do as well. His late game is
Old
insane.
ass bitch needs to rewind time to before he was born.
Honestly.
Human life is fleeting. The mountain's life lesson. But stars are eternal.
You know what Zillion should do? Zillion should go back to season 2. Rewind it back to season 2 so I can play my old Poppy and have fun. Thank you. Time rewind Poppy. Give me back. Give me back
To protect all.
Dominion. The game mode, Dominion. Yeah. Chat is gamma chat. Someone said meow 3 times or something to be happy or something, right? They were a first time chatter, so don't know who they are.
Stars freed me from myself.
Meow meow meow. Why am I still depressed?
Oh. Oh, we tried therapy.
Unknown to me.
I hear that's great. I just cried and feel good. Very cathartic.
Truth is worth fighting for.
You want to share with the chat?
An enemy has been slain.
Meow, meow, meow.
烧龙宝
Why am I still poor?
Let me go word. Or not.
Why is it always
叉烧堡
Incasio yo so you.
the mountain reveals the harshest
Think you're so ill. Let me ward, bitch.
And twisted naughty lie.
I may be merciful, but pardon isn't.
Oh,
我被 ganked 了
I like this. I like Ziggs and Taric. It's like fun. It's good. Oh,
stream you and I buy park bomb
I need to use my potion, otherwise I'll die. Oh, it actually doesn't take that much damage, the fuck? Okay, bitch, work.
We see beauty in the stars, and they see beauty in us.
Oh. Ugly. Hi. Hey, come out.
No rest for the chosen.
Wait, what? How did he live?
Princess
Wow,
go on
Garla.
me.
Good night, Caduceus. Thanks for joining and being here. Thank you. Oh. Not the 040 kill, just like popping like that.
Best weapons are beautiful.
Sure, let me go middle.
True
Oh, it's a CACW guy. I'm going to need a face picture, Miss CACW Jason. So this is not your Smurf? Incurdio, it looks like.
we must serve right.
This is not your alternate account.
Each life is a rare jewel.
Let me go what?
I have seen the light too clearly to ever fear the darkness.
Oh, hitting it this way, so true.
Love is simply beauty personified. Always forward.
Rampage.
Sometimes
Shut down.
life is worth dying.
I need to go back. Huh? Going in.
Mountain we go. Demacia was my
I don't know how to help him.
Shut down.
Sure.
like a mountain.
Oh.
With a question.
Fuck! As if that wasn't enough. Good night.
An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain.
You see that my quick tweet with Carbon today? I have not. I don't really check Twitter that much. What did you tweet out?
Yas Queen Skinny Legend Versace boots the house down. Slay Queen Hunter.
Thank you for the
Mama,
set,
Wolf,
Alfred. Love you,
Yes,
Lee. Good luck with the
Saturday.
build. Thank you.
Love you, Lumi. Good luck with the
You
build
love her.
test.
Okay, I'll check it after this. Are you still in queue? We've been in game for like 14 minutes. Are you and Gay Foundation still in queue?
My heart is
Oh
filled
wow,
with
long queue.
I
Honestly,
give
just give
truth
up.
to all.
Give up on League. It's not worth the hassle. Let's be real. Oh. So true. I'm so squishy. I need to like stand back. Where are we going? Bad opening. I'm just exhausting. I'm spamming my exhaust.
Elegance never helped win a
We
fight.
love Enchantress Taric. Like, I'm literally Orianna Support, but like, shit. Orianna Support, but useless. Add my Snapchat ladies if you like Brads and chats. We are here. We're making the poor squad, Poon squad over here. Love that. Thank you for the 20 bits.
Money well spent. To truly see the stars.
Every time my girlfriend touches me, I pee white. How do we get it back to yellow? I'm not too sure. I know something makes it yellow, like some sort of like... Is it iron? I don't know. I know it's dehydration, but I'm pretty sure there's other things we can do.
Am no longer the man I once was.
I'm too scared, I'm very squishy. I'll die. Hi JJ again. Are you guys still awake? Or you'll be sleeping soon?
We're all headed toward the same inevitable end. No need to rush.
Thank you for the 20 bits, Cat W, Jason, Pogo. We love money.
The protector speaks through me.
I'm just gonna stay by my Zig. It's actually unfair how pretty you are. I feel like I'm only pretty with like makeup on.
Your team has
The hormones helps a lot as well. Thank you.
As the mountain is eternal, so is hope.
Ah. Oh my god! Wait, what? Why'd you go back in? Oh my god, that Taric. That was so good. That was such good timing. And the exhaust helped sort that out. That's why I get exhaust and not ignite. Do I need anti-heal? I do need anti-heal. How ugly.
From myself.
Healing, 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 and Zillion. I don't know, if Zillion ults someone with anti-heal, does it, do they get anti-heal? Because I'd assume they don't, because it's a revive, right? So like they have no more stasis, like no, yes? Looks like people have it. No? Yeah, I wouldn't think they did, but they do. Okay, looks like everyone's very split answer, so we might need to contact a Zillion man. Let me go ask little cutie cheese after that. I'll keep my W on the Olaf or something. Why is he so angry?
A little something from Targon.
Why is he so angry? Like honestly. He can do it himself.
The mountain has been destroyed. The harshest truth in our souls.
I guess I'll go back.
An aspect worth
Your team has destroyed
Okay.
a turret.
and with these.
Come in. Looking good as usual. Thank you, Craxton.
I may be
Oh, you
more
going to sleep? Good night, Vince.
hard,
Thanks for joining.
isn't it?
What was the question for? If I anti-heal someone and Zilean ult them, do they get healings? Like the full healing from Zilean's revive?
The mountain showed me my path.
Because I don't think Zilean's ult is a heal. It's a set HP.
Yas Queen Skinny Legend.
They do get
House
anti-heal.
Style, Queen Hunty Mama and Oop Daddy Work. Charlie X, yes, snatch my.
Oh, thank you for the sounds, Miguel. I hope things
Having
get
a
better
rough
soon.
day at work. At Luminum, give me strength, Luminum, pray.
Aw, I hope things are getting goes better soon. What do you work as? You are so ugly. Get off my back. The Dillian can shove these bombs up his asshole.
The best weapons are beautiful.
Oh, Taric and Arla are strong. Oh, my god,
Yas
you're
Queen Skinny
blocking.
Legend Versace boots the house down. Slay Queen Hunty Mama and Oop Daddy Work. Charlie X, yes, snatch my whip.
Physics midterm this Wednesday. The stream will get me through it.
Even in the absence.
Thank you for the
Hashtag
Scissor
instant.
Cinnabons. Good luck with the physics thingy.
This Xylene should time warp himself back into his ass.
Honestly. Like, you're so old, like, just. You should just die.
Each life is a rare.
Just disappear. The world has no need for
When
him.
is this old man retiring from League?
Honestly. That's a very pretty Kale skin. What the fuck, Battleborn? Oh, that's so
Assist to
beautiful.
assist, that's to that's big.
Yes, I have Oblivion Orb. What about it? I am Enchantress Taric.
Beauty crystallized. We must serve life. Sometimes life is worth
Oh.
dying.
Oh, he's eating away. Oh, that's gonna proc him.
An ally has been slain.
Huh?
Let's climb that mountain, shall we? Demacia was my home, but the stars are my destination.
Let's see what we can do. It's very like waiting game. You need to know when I lose Switch. Honestly. Honestly. Are you even trying to find like a girlfriend?
The stars were the question.
I believe you're straight, aren't you? Apparently some people think in Celicu that you might be bisexual because you said Yone is sexy, right? Or was it YesStyle? So that is still up for the jury.
Just in case.
Yone and Viego are hot.
Is filled with stars. I give it
I'm not really on the Viego train, but don't even know if I'm on the Yone train. I'm a little worried for this 6. Wait, we have 3 dragons, period. I should what this?
The mountain's question is unique for each of us.
Oh. I'm worried for Ziggs getting jumped on by. Please come back, I'm worried for you. I'm so worried for you. Come back.
Easy on the eyes.
Come back, Ziggs. I'm so worried for you. I think we're fine to check the trade. We got dragon.
Elegance never helped win a fight. But it never hurt.
Oh god. Really? Good luck.
To truly
I will say this Taric build and just Taric in general, you are very much at the mercy of your teammates. Like, I don't think there is any other champion in the whole entire game that is so at the mercy of your teammates doing stuff. Like, I just stand back and do what? Like, press WQE and R. Like, there's nothing I do. And it can be a little boring, to be quite honest, but I mean, I do want to try revive Taric a bit.
We're all headed for the same inevitable end. No need to rush.
Let's put this on him. It's very much just like walking around, doing nothing. Good luck.
Shut down.
The protector speaks through me.
An ally has been slain.
What happened? Had a kill die. God, I'm so squishy.
Just as the mountain is eternal, so is hope. Crack their resolve.
Why does he want to fight?
An ally has been slain.
Let me go back.
A fine addition. Human life
Inhibitor has been destroyed.
mountain's life force. Sorry.
0-8 kill. She'll get her level 16 powers back eventually, I'm sure.
The stars freed me from myself.
I'm back. Oh, we had dragon. This game is kind of 66 seconds, 66.67 seconds on my ultimate.
Truth is worth fighting for, but beauty is worth dying for.
Oh, fuck these wards. The fuck? He's going in or something? I need to go back for wards.
Rest easy. For beauty, the mountain
Oh, he really went in with the flash. I don't know what the Kel was planning with that. Nice dodge.
the fight never ends. I may be merciful.
Okay, I need to stand back and use my WQ. This Kel is very questionable.
Challenges await.
Yas Queen Skinny Legend Versace boots the house down. Slay Queen Hunty Mama and Oop Daddy work. Charlie XCX snatch my whip.
Luminum
Can't
kiss.
say no to a ruby.
Thank you for the Cesar Cinemas, thank
Show me
you.
my path.
Dragon's up, Baron's up soon.
We see beauty in the stars.
I can't ward, unless my team walks in with me.
Go to honey rêu chat.
best weapons are beautiful.
I'll just put a wood, pink wood there. It's too scary.
An enemy has been slain.
Oh god, what the fuck?
I will
An enemy has been slain.
I need to heal up. This way I'm not really healing up. I don't even... No? Oh, this is such a patient game. I got exhaust.
Each life is a rare jewel.
Okay, now I can heal up. I am Soraka. What the fuck? Whatever. Push middle, push middle, push middle.
Your inhibitor is respawning soon.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Never submit. Love is simply beauty crystal.
I'll put my W on Ella. Do we go back? I don't think we need to. Without a dragon.
Sometimes life is worth dying.
Movement speed, Enchantress. Nice, he's dead.
Has been slain.
Push the wave. This is such a slow game, Jesus.
The stars were the question. We must serve right.
Let's go back.
My heart is filled with starlight. I give it freely to all.
Yeah, I don't want to risk it actually. I'm fine.
The mountain's question is unique for each of us. An aspect's work is never done. Easy on the eyes.
It might be better to get pink wood instead. Vision's important rather than an extra forbidden idol. Oh my god, just let me win. After last game that Incurser won, we should win this. I don't deserve these losses.
Elegance never helped win a fight, but it never hurt.
I'm playing a pretty champion. Like, I don't deserve to lose. I look good. Like, I look good. I did my makeup today. I think that deserves a win. Like,
To truly
I got ready to
see the
stream.
stars,
I think
climbed.
that deserves LP.
No longer the man I once was.
Nice.
Shut down.
Yeah, I like Taric a lot, like in Enchantress, because if I were to be tanking, like there would be no way that I could reliably tank anyone. But if I go Enchantress, I can still be useful from afar. Like, this is good. Heal my team. Nice shot. Is my team once again back? Okay, let's go back.
Just as the mountain is eternal, so is hope.
I'm so close to this. Rank is down. I'm sitting here waiting like, where's my pop bitch? Oh my god. That is so that's so unfortunate. That is so unfortunate. I am so sorry for that.
Stars are eternal.
Well? Is it in preparation for a new patch or something? Useless redemption by me, my bad.
The stars freed me from myself.
I could flash him, but I don't really want to. I would rather just say dragon. Fuck the Yonu.
The mountain's mysteries are known.
He's taking our minion wave. But we can go for dragon. I have one more word.
Rest easy. Truth is worth fighting.
Fuck the minion wave. Fuck the minion wave.
Worth
Shut
dying.
down.
What? Nice job.
Double kill. The enemy's inhibitor is respawning
Up
soon.
the mountain we go.
Rampage.
Be pissed.
Why is it always
Nice. GG. End the game. Finally! Oh my god, finally. Do you want to rank flex? Do you want to rank flex? Can we rank flex? Can we rank flex? I don't normally get to play rank flex. Let's play rank flex!
Destroyed an inhibitor.
GG. GG. I will say that was an extremely boring game, but thank you for the Sister Elf friends, thank you. I think that was a pretty good game to show how I could stay relevant and scale well. The big problem with Taric is that you can never be tanky enough to tank all that much because you don't have like Luminum W or Alice Ultimate and you have like support income, so like not much money, your abilities aren't really that tanky, it's just like a QW, like that's not really tanky. So you can't really be up in their face, and you wouldn't even have the movement speed or dashing to even be in their face or escape. So I like Enchantress Taric with the movement speed and to be able to help your team, kind of let you carry you.